Today we're probably in for a little bit of a more impromptu kind of video than what I normally do for a What's New at Cosmic Toys. I've not been in the best health, I've been quite under the weather, I've had a couple of days off due to it, and also on top of that I've had the Doncaster Toy Fair, which hopefully by the time you're seeing this, you might have already seen that video. If you haven't, then why don't you go check it out? It was quite a good toy fair. I'm still not 100%, as you can probably hear from this awful voice. But yeah, here we are. Downstairs is a bit of a mess at the moment. I haven't unpacked properly from the toy fair, so I'm doing things here. Okay, but please forgive me. There wasn't loads of stuff traded in last week, but I did pick a few things up at the toy fair. And well, I will start. I think I had two tradings altogether last week at the shop. One of them was a big car full of stuff, but not stuff that you'd really be interested in. I'll show you a few things from it, and typically the best things from it have already gone. The best thing by far was crossbows and catapults.
The Vikings and the barbarians will do battle this day with crossbows and catapults. They skirmish at the outposts and at the heavily guarded fortresses. This furious action with warriors, spies. The mighty Minotaur bellows defiance at the frightful Cyclops, and the earth trembles. Crossbows and catapults by Lakeside. The fantasy adventure with real action. Better luck next time. Oh.
There was a box set of the Grand Battle set, and then another box set of the Sea Battle with the Viking longships. Both of them seem to be quite complete. A couple of breakages to the Viking longships, the heads and the tails of the ships. They clip on and off, and the clips were breaking, so it's brittle plastic. Late 70s, early 80s plastic. It's what they are. But they went straight away at Doncaster Toy Fair the weekend. There were also a couple of Lima train sets, which I don't think you're too bothered about, and one of those sold pretty quickly as well. But in with that car bundle, there was also this pile of magazines. They're all retro video game magazines. Now this pile here is all Total, and apparently they seem to be leaning towards the Nintendo banner, and there seems to be some quite cool ones there. Batman and Robin. One cool one's right down at the bottom, which I'm probably going to have a look through myself. Is this Star Wars? I love a bit of Star Wars, but and Mickey Mouse. You forget that they made all these kind of games back then, featuring Game Boy and the SNES. That one's falling to pieces, but a jet fighter type game. I'm not going to go through all of them. Addams Family. But yeah, there's a right pile there. Ooh. I suppose I should have expected it. Zelda. I'll probably be having a look at that one as well then, won't I? I love me some Zelda. In with that pile, speaking of Zelda, was this? Some kind of flyer or brochure. Well, not brochure. But The Legend of Zelda, the greatest adventure game of all time. That shows you some scenes there from the Game Boy game. And opens up to show you the whole map of, is it Hyrule? I can't remember now. It was Hyrule, wasn't it? Map of the Light World. Yeah, Land of Hyrule, Hyrule Castle, Kakariko Village, the Eastern Palace, Desert Palace, Tower of Hera. You've only just begun. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what that's from. I'll probably kick myself later when I realise it. Of course, it's from there. And on the same pile of magazines were also these. So those were the Total ones. Nintendo Game Zone. Super Play, a couple of N-Force, and Mean Machines, a Sega one. I bet his auntie bought him that, and like, I don't do Sega, I just do Nintendo. But more interestingly, there's some Club Nintendo Classic magazines, which I thought quite cool. And I'm sure these don't pop up very often. Volume 5, issue 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is volume 4, issue 4. Issue 5, issue 6. Strange, very strange. But yeah, I don't know anything about them. I've never seen any of those before. There were a pile of games, board games, that came in with this car full. I think the only one that's really worth any money, and not loads of money either, is A Question of Sport. I've had a quick look and it seems to be complete. It's got those celebrity cards in there which seem to be quite sought after in some collector circles. I'm not sure why you would sell parts of a game separately unless it was incomplete in the first place, but yeah, some of those celebrity cards seem to, be quite desirable. There were other board games in there like Go for Broke, Monopoly, Scrabble. There were 2 Scrabbles actually. A load of other things as well, but they're only like £5 board games. And the best one by far was, and I've forgotten the name of it. Oh, what's it called? It's a Palitoy board game, something to do with the Pharaohs, Golden Pyramids of the Pharaohs or something like that. And that one, when I had a quick look at it, it can go for anything between 50 and 200 quid. The box is really beat up on this though, and because of how it's being stored, the board is all warped at one side. So I'm going to try sticking it under these comic boxes actually for a few months and just see whether or not I can straighten it back out. If I can, because it looks to be complete. If I can straighten it out, then I can sell it as a game. If not, then the pieces sell for a tenner a piece. I don't think I'm really going to lose on that. It seems to be quite a sought after one. 2 radio control cars, Radio Shack. Or as we got them over here, I think one of these 2 just say underneath. Yep. There's Radio Shack and it's branded on the top, but underneath, of course, we had Tandy. Radio Shack was an American thing, wasn't it? But yeah, I haven't tested them. Seem to be in really good condition though. Really, really good condition. I had a quick look at the battery contacts inside as well, and they're nice and clean. Yeah, I don't think they've ever been used. In fact, those wheels, yeah, that's never been used, hasn't that? Very, very interesting. It's had a bit of a punch through in the box there, but it is what it is, isn't it? Another one, BMW 323 Racer. Oh, there's that. Again, it's a Radio Shack, but yeah, on the controls, it's labelled as Tandy. Now this one looks like it might have been played with, but still fairly good condition. It's got the Radio Shack branding on the car. Yeah, contacts are very clean in there. Fasten that back up. Yeah, that one's definitely had some play, but it's a nice looking one. And it does have the aerial there for the handset. Overall, box seems to be in reasonable condition as well. Now the other trade-in that I had in the shop, off camera for a second there, please. Gentleman came up out of his way. I think he came from as far as Cambridgeshire, I think he said. There were a few other bits as well, but these are the only things that I really think are worth showing to you. Big Hero 6, Baymax and Mochi. Mochi Mochi action figure. A few Black Series in the form of Kira, Val, Solo, and Luke Skywalker, most pathetic Jedi Master ever. Let's run away from our troubles and hide on an island on a planet where no one knows where we are. And the most interesting of that lot were these two Godzilla brochures. We've got Godzilla versus Mothra, and these are from the Japanese cinemas. So I find those quite interesting. Can't read them to you because it's all in kanji and I don't read it. But yeah, some certainly interesting photos there as well. Yeah. So yeah, Godzilla vs Mothra and Godzilla 2000 Millennium. Again, all in kanji. I don't know how, if these are particularly... I've got some of these somewhere from the Godzilla collection that I haven't got around to sorting yet. And yeah, I haven't checked them up yet, so I don't know how easy these are to find. I don't know if they're common, if they're everywhere, or if they're actually quite hard to find. I do need to look those up. That chap also brought me, forgot to mention this one, he also brought me a random WWE Elite collection figure, Becky Lynch. They always sell the wrestling figures, don't they? That's it for what came into the shop, but there's still things that show you that I picked up at the Doncaster Toy Fair. If you saw the video, then you will have already seen that I picked up this chap from a certain trader who, yeah, what's the video? He wasn't particularly pleasant at first, but then changed his tune when I told him I was going to give him some money for this. I haven't had this out of the box yet, so we've got a yellowed window because that's white and it looks yellow. He did tell me that it's a remote control type thing, and he did tell me that one of the things had broken off. I don't care, I just think it's that bit that looks cool. You know, it's a bootleg transformer. It's either top spin or twin twist, one of those two. And yeah, it's just pretty wild. Now, I don't know if you've seen any of Andy's, one of my Cosmic Council panel members. He's done a video of these on his channel, Excelsior's Domain, and he's had some very similar to this in the past. And when I saw this, it just took me straight back to his video, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick that up. So yeah, it obviously transforms in some fashion. Probably just folds itself in half. But I quite like the look of bootleg things, particularly vintage bootleg things that are really cheap and nasty, but yet have survived to this day. And the fact that that's in its box, yeah, the box is a bit beat up and the window's split, but come on, we're talking 80s here. A robot space fighter. I like that one. I do like that one. And so another thing that I bought at Doncaster Toy Fair was a Funko Pop. Yeah, I know. I don't particularly like Funko Pop, but I did buy this one for myself. I've recently put UV lights, LED strip lights, in my glass cabinets because some of my glow-in-the-dark Godzilla stuff really reacts well under UV lights, and some of the other things that react quite well are the Funko Pop blacklight pops. I'm not interested in all of them, but if there's going to be one that catches my eye, I'll pick it up and put it in the cabinets. And the Gremlin stripe, it looked fantastic. So yeah, that's at home now in the cabinet, and it looks stunning. There was a stall directly opposite me that had a load of Doctor Who stuff. And the first thing that I grabbed off them was this, the flight control TARDIS, electronic flight control TARDIS. Now I haven't tested the electrics yet, and yes, the box has been opened, but the TARDIS doesn't look like it's been removed. I'm going to have to take it out just to check it and see if it is okay. But yeah, it's in quite good condition, and the TARDIS says always sell, always sell. So yeah, picked that one up. Also picked up that chap at the same time, Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. This is the first character options release of him, where it comes with the builder figure part for the giant robots. Robot K1. Also snapped this one up off them. It's not in particularly great packaging, but I don't see this one around all that often. The regeneration set, where you get the 9th Doctor and the newly regenerated 10th Doctor. Just doesn't seem to pop up very often, so yeah, I'll grab that. I'll grab that. Another 9th Doctor one. 2 remote control Daleks. It's the Dalek battle set. Yeah, battle set. Gold Dalek as seen in the episodes, and then a random black with gold spots Dalek that we've never ever seen before. Again, box has been opened, so I will have to check that just to make sure it works. Got some more Doctor Who related items from them, and that was some Torchwood figures. Now they did have all of the Torchwood figures. They had all of Wave 1, which I weren't touching because I've got loads of them from when they first came out. But I do struggle to get Wave 2. So I got a complete set of Wave 2 figures off them. Blowfish, Captain John Hart, of course, Spike from Buffy, Yanto, which is particularly hard to find, and Toshiko. Now, I also grabbed these two as well. Now, Captain Jack there is the bubble's a bit crushed. It's a little bit crunched, is that one. But he's a limited edition of 3,000, of which this is 880, and that's because he's in a different coloured shirt. So I thought that might be worth picking up. I'm fairly sure I've had it a couple of times loose, and it always sells for a better price than normal as well. And then the Yanto Jones, again, exactly the same figure. There's nothing different about it, but in the Series 1 packaging, even though it says second wave on the back of it. But this one's a limited edition of 1,000, and it's number 169. Apparently, exclusive edition artwork for Gareth David Lloyd on tour in 2009. Artwork? Exclusive edition artwork? I'm at a loss with that one. It's vaguely ringing a bell from the time that it came out, but I have forgotten about it since. But yeah, I don't get it. But again, it's Yanto and it's quite hard for them to find. And if that's an exclusive version, then surely it should be even harder to find. So yeah, that was all the Doctor Who stuff. I also grabbed off them just one random Captain Teague from Pirates of the Caribbean. Just because they don't pop up very often at all now, and I cannot imagine that NECA are about to reissue this at all. If they're going to reissue anything, it's going to be Captain Jack's, isn't it? And I dare say that their license is past now when it comes to Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, pretty cool figure. And 2 Indiana Jones items. Mark, I'm looking at you, mate. Got the Grail Knight, and we've got Indiana Jones with his horse. Is that Last Crusade? Raiders of the Lost Ark, sorry. Raiders of the Lost Ark. From the 2008-2009 Indiana Jones run by Hasbro. They're sealed on the card. These cards don't stand up well to time because there's so many corners and edges to them. They do tend to take a little bit of wear, so although they're not mint, they're certainly not mint. I consider them to be in fairly good condition for the standard that they normally get to. That's not bad. And another trader who was next door to this Doctor Who stall, I picked that up off him just because it took me back to my childhood. And let's face it, if you're gonna run a vintage toy shop, it's because of the nostalgia that it kicks in, you know, what that it gives you. And this really did it for me. I don't know why. I don't even think I ever had this, but I can certainly remember seeing the TV adverts for it. And I can remember seeing it on the shop shelves. Now, there is a car inside it that I did have. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it without tipping everything out. It's supposed to come with 2 cars, and in fact, both of the cars are different to the one that it shows you on the box. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That does it come with cars? You know what these things were like back in the day? Right, nowhere on the box does it say that cars are sold separately, so I'm assuming it did originally come with the 2 cars that it shows you right there. It doesn't have those now. I'm guessing those have been lost to time. But it does have these 2. These 2. And that one I had as Nipper, and yeah, that takes me right back. He told me, I don't know how much he wanted for it, but he told me I could have it for a £5. I figured it's well worth a £5 just for the box alone, let alone the contents that's in it. Now, one of the pieces is broken. I've checked it. All the tracks there, all the parts are there. One of the buttons that you press, the clip on it, has broken, so it's probably not going to work. But still, £5. I had to have a go at £5. Same guy, seemed to buy everything from the same people. Same guy also had this on his stall. That's awesome. Absolutely brilliant is that. He thought it was complete. It's not. It's missing one part. And I did realise that before I bought it. But it's very, very cool. Got the bombs. Got both of the brollies. That hasn't snapped off like it frequently does. The wings are both intact. The clips on them are intact. Figure's got a little wear on his belly there. That's because it's so bloody big. But it's missing one of the Broly lasers, or Broly guns, whatever you would call it. It's supposed to have two on the bottom there, one either side. It's only got the one. But yeah, I thought I'm going to have that. Quite a cool one. And then last pickup off of the day, it's one of the first things I saw in his stall. And yeah. I don't normally buy stuff like this, but again, it's one of those things just took me straight back. Original 1980s pencil case. That fabric and metal zipper stitched in on a PVC vinyl plastic pencil case. It didn't even matter that it was Masters of the Universe, to be fair. I'm sure that the Masters of the Universe is going to bump the price up on it, but it's the fact of what it is. It's one of these things. And yeah, it's got pen marks inside from where the pens have the lids have come off the pens. But yeah, it's in good condition. The zip works. Apart from those marks inside from the pens, it is clean. None of the printing on it seems to have worn off at all. I was like, yeah, I'm having that. Now, he originally wanted 18 quid for it, which I don't know if it's worth that. I've honestly no idea. It's not the kind of thing I normally do. But I bought a couple of bits off him, as you know, and he worked that out as a tenner, which, again, it's still more than what I'd normally pay for something like this, but it kicks that nostalgia feeling, didn't it? So yeah, I ended up buying it anyway. I don't know. Did I get a good buy? I think I did. Did I? Tell me. Let me know in the comments. That's what that comment section is for. You can also let me know what was your favourite thing that I picked up this week. Yeah, do that. That's, like I say, that's what those comment sections are for. Yeah, I'll try and interact as best as possible as well. So yeah, that's everything that came in this week. It's a few things to sort out. Some radio controlled cars to test. Have a race outside with them. Well, maybe with the BMW, maybe not the Porsche. I don't think that was too good. Right, okay, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you all take care. Remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, comment, blah, blah, blah. Ring that ding-a-ling. Yeah, I'm still not 100%, am I? Alright then, guys, take care, and I will catch you again next week. Look after yourselves. Bye! And this week's delivery's turned up. As per usual, I'm getting the ball rolling with the comics. And from DC this week, we've got a pretty big release. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Also got a couple of the foil variants too. We've got Catwoman, both the normal and the variants. We've got Daredevil from Marvel, and also Miles Morales Spider-Man. Star Wars, the Dark Droids crossover, and Dune, House Harkonnen. We got a World of Archie Jumbo comics, and from manga we've got Dragon Ball Super Volume 19, My Hero Academia,
Volume 35. Depth of Field, Volume 1, I've no idea what that is. Mint Chocolate, Volume 9. And a cool looking hardcover. Hashtag Dracula, I'm guessing. Midnight Children, Volume 1. And Diamond also sent me a replacement for that damaged packaging Donatello I received last time. We got some Warhammer restocks in the form of the Space Marines Razorback and the Death Guard's Plague Burst Crawler. Also received some skulls, the Chaos Space Marines Raptors, very cool looking models of those, and customer order the datasheet cards for the Space Marines, couple of paints, and I can't believe this took up a whole box, just some white spray paint. But the best item from them this week was the new Legiones Astartes battle group from the Horus Heresy. Very cool looking miniatures in there. Quite a cool looking box set, is that? It feels quite heavy, it's packed. But here comes the cooler stuff. NECA Dungeons and Dragons, we've got Strongheart and Zarak Ultimate Action Figures. Ah, look at that, that is really, really awesome. I like that. Just a typical looking Knight of the Realm, but very, very cool. And Zarak, some kind of goblin, I'm guessing. Again, very awesome. The latest from the Universal Studios horror series, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have to say I love that box art as well. Look at that. We got another Silent Hill 2 deluxe box set from Mezco. 5 points. Where you get Red Pyramid Head Thingy-mabob and the Bubblehead Nurse. There's also the new Freddie Mercury figure. I reckon that'd look awesome out of the box. In fact, I would say, I've got to say it, he really wants to break free from that box. Yeah, I went there. And we've got a bit of Elvira love with the new Toonie Terrors set. And the Mistress of the Dark Red Fright and Boo edition of the Retro Cloth doll. Very, very cool. And just in time for Halloween, I've got my Chucky restocks. We've got the Good Guys Chucky. We've got the Scarred Chucky, bestseller. By far my bestseller. And we've got Pizza Face Chucky. How cool does that look? From Child's Play 3.
Come on. Why would I be jealous of a 12-year-old kid?
10-year-old kid.
Whatever. He's just a kid.
Let me guess, because he does have superpowers?
Huh. Did you hear that, guys? She says we don't have superpowers.
No, I'm saying you don't have superpowers.
Huh. Did you hear that, guys? She says I don't have superpowers.
Technically, you don't have superpowers.
What?
Well, Aquaman can talk to fish. I can fly. You're just a loaded guy with a rubber mask, a fancy car, and a funny belt. Don't get me wrong, you're in great shape, but no superpowers, pal. Sorry.
Hey! Excuse me, I'm just gonna grab my lunch.
So, you must be the new kid. Ren...
Ben! Yes! And you must be Batman! Just kidding. Can I have your autograph?
You want my autograph? I mean, yes, of course, son.
Cool. Does anyone want half my sandwich?
Oh, I do! Thanks.
You know what, Superman? I used to have pajamas that looked just like your outfit.
You did?
Well, gotta go. It was great meeting you guys.
Oh my God! Did you hear that? His pajamas look like my outfit!
I know! And he asked for my autograph!
Yeah, and he shared his tuna fish sandwich with me.
Are you seriously eating tuna?
Awkward.
Flash is gonna love this.
I think I'm gonna throw up.